It's really important when you're jungling is to just
Yeah.
be aware of h- all the lanes and like
Okay.
you don't have to be correct in your prediction of what will happen because like obviously you're a little bit newer to the game.
Yeah.
You won't have the experience of knowing how lanes go,
Yeah.
but every game you should be trying to make a prediction. And then if you're
Uh,
wrong, then you know for the next time you see something similar, right?
can't believe I haven't fucking pressed
Oh,
tab
here we
yet.
go.
There it is. God damn it.
Okay. Yeah, so you pressed it now, but now the camps are spawning. So like if you were to like make a decision about
Yeah.
where you want to go, it'd be too late.
True.
But starting
Uh,
Raptors is never bad.
I always start Raptors. I
Yeah,
I yeah, I have a very like rigid early game, which is maybe wrong, but like I've learned that like as opposed to with Vi where you want to be looking to gank early, I've learned like
yeah.
I really am happiest if I do an 8 camp clear reset.
Yes.
Like
You should
it's more
always be
correct.
happy about just
Okay.
full clearing.
Yeah.
And I personally like I start Raptors or I used to start Raptors most games, but
Hmm.
in my elo people started punishing it by like people would show up on your second Raptors.
Oh,
But
yeah. Okay.
that's like a whole other thing. I don't think
That's
you have
bad.
to worry about it.
No.
So starting Raptors is good, right? And having a rigid early game is not bad.
Okay.
Because if you just become consistent at it, and
Right.
the enemy team won't
Because
be consistent in this elo. So
well, 'cause, like consistency is not a strength of mine.
oh,
I am
okay,
quite ADHD, and so like I find if I will get extremely distracted, and then I will be very behind. So
yeah,
I really try to make real hard
yeah,
rules for myself. Now, watch me do something fucking weird this game that
okay,
I've totally forgotten about. But
yeah.
anyway,
Hey, I mean, I have
anyway,
ADHD too. You just have to figure out how to channel it into your ADHD should be you should be looking at the map and like looking at every lane and you know what I mean
yep,
like
yeah.
okay
I
anyway
I have
yeah what's up
okay. Well, I was gonna say like my camera control is pretty shit. Like I was playing
yeah
around with F keys when I was playing Vi, and then when I switched to Lillia, I'm like I can't handle that. And clear.
yeah so then the number
um,
one advice I give about F keys is
mm,
I honestly don't think you need it. I did not use F keys the first time I hit Challenger,
mhm.
so if that tells
Oh
you
wow.
like you don't actually need them,
Okay.
the
Well.
most important thing is to look at your map
Okay.
at the bottom
Yeah.
right,
Yes. Yeah.
because you can make a lot of guesses and then you can just move your mouse and click to if you
Okay.
see like for example if you saw the enemy laner top lane like
Mhm.
at your
Mhm.
turret
Yes.
here you'd be like oh maybe I can look there like if you're near you can just look with your camera
Right.
manually. It's not a big deal, but if you do want to learn how to use F keys,
Uh-huh.
what I did is I rebinded them to Z, X, and C.
Okay.
So you saw these keys at the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and that way, if you like have your hand on your keyboard
Mm.
and you feel moving from your QWE to ZXC, you just
Yep.
kind of move your fingers back a little bit, and you can
Okay.
press them
Okay.
instead of moving your hand all the way up to the F keys, which is like,
Right.
in my opinion, very annoying.
It is
So,
really annoying. Yeah.
so if
Yeah.
you want to try to do that, I would try rebinding them.
Okay.
But I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay.
Anyway, okay, so let's get to the game.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
I want you to tell me, or to try to explain to me, like what your thought process should be going into this game.
Okay. I don't know anything about Briar Top. I think that's weird. I also don't know
Yeah,
anything about Hui
yeah,
because he's
fair
um
enough.
I also have never faced a Rumble Jungle, so I've
Okay,
seen him top, but I know he like has like a shooty flamethrower thing, and that's about it. That's all I know about him.
okay,
Um, Draven is racist, is what the kids tell me.
yeah,
And then and but otherwise, like Draven Heimerdinger looks like hell for an ADC, but it just looks like very heavy poke, and that looks like they
yeah.
shouldn't
It's a
push
lot of
him.
pressure. Yeah,
Yeah. I Aurelia, I don't know much about. I've learned that sometimes I can flash outside of her cage when she ults, but I don't know what she would be like into Hwei.
yeah. So okay, we'll go into the basics. Okay. Just because you're new, I
Yeah,
think we
please.
should think about every champion. You should try to categorize every champion into a certain like class, right?
Okay.
So, for example, Renekton. I
Hmm.
don't know if this makes sense to you. I don't know how much you've seen of all the champions. You played a few
Um,
games, so I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
you
I,
should
I have a
know.
I have a friend who mains Renekton.
Yeah. So,
But
what do you think
I
Renekton
guess
would be?
what like a like poke or pushing or
Yeah, like what kind of champion is Renekton? you just want me to tell
I
you?
feel like he's
I'll
a
explain to you.
bruiser. I feel like he's a bruiser.
Yes, yeah, it's correct. He's a bruiser, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he's tanky, but he's not a full tank, right?
Right.
He does a little bit of damage, and he's pretty like he's beefy,
Right. Okay.
and he's melee, and he just wants to fight. And
Mhm.
now, um, what's her name? I forget.
Briar.
Briar, she is. I would say like so. She has two different builds. She
Yeah.
could be an assassin or she could be a bruiser, but they nerfed the assassin build, and she has
Okay.
conqueror. And usually when you see champions like that, they have conqueror, and they're like there's some champions that can go either like dark harvest or conqueror, like Kane.
Okay.
You know what kind of build he's going depending on his runes. So
Okay.
here you know that she's gonna go like bruiser build. So
Right.
you have two
Oh, and
bruisers
she has
top.
the. Is that what's the green runes also, right?
Yeah, resolve.
Resolve. Okay.
Yeah, those give her
I
some tanky stats.
literally never look at people's runes, so this is very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Usually it doesn't matter too much most of the time, but
Okay.
so you should look top. Okay, they're just two fighters, so
Hmm.
they're both bruisers. I mean, they're just gonna fight and do whatever, and they both have TP, so like they don't have ignite, so it's not like too flippy.
Okay.
Like but and then you look at mid lane. This is important. So Hui, I think
Yeah.
you can tell me that like you can agree that he's an artillery mage,
Sure.
right?
I
Does that
will.
make sense
Yes.
to you?
Whatever you say. Yeah. So he is ranged and AP basically.
Yes.
Okay.
So a ranged AP champion is a mage, and then you can go further, and an artillery mage is just a champion that has very long range, and he's probably very squishy.
Is that like a Ziggs? A Ziggs an artillery mage?
Ziggs, yes. Zerath also.
Okay. Okay.
And Azir kind of, but it's those type of champs. So you know that he's squishy, but he does a lot of damage. That's pretty
Okay.
much all you have to know.
Okay.
And he wants to play from range. And then you have Aurelia, she is another bruiser,
Okay.
but Aurelia is very scary because she's like a gap closing bruiser. Like she has a lot of dashes and she can stun you.
Okay.
So Aurelia has a really easy time. You'll learn this over time, but Aurelia has a very easy time of getting onto champions like Hui.
Okay.
So, and she has ignite. So this game I'd be
Okay.
very scared about my mid laner dying.
Okay.
And then bot lane, okay. Sorry, this is taking a little bit, but like
No, 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 it's great.
and then bot lane, this is so what I like to think about is you have to look at the supports. So you
Okay.
can see that Lux is ranged and Heimerdinger is ranged.
Mm,
That means both sides have a double range bot lane,
mm,
which means that there's going to be a lot of fighting
mm,
and there's a lot of damage and they're very squishy. So whenever I see double range bot lane on both sides,
mm,
I want to look at like the enemy jungler and me. I'm like, okay, can we win 3v3? Because I want to be bot lane. I want to punish them.
mm.
Like this game, I would not really want to gank top because they're both like
Yep.
kind of hard to kill. They're just
Yep.
gonna be chilling.
Yep.
So actually, this game I would have passed bot lane, right?
Oh, okay.
But there's an alternative is though, like if you really like starting Raptors, you can full clear towards top, and then instead of doing the Skull Crab, you can recall and then gank bot lane after buying. But um, but I'll write you like a notes after this explaining like
Okay.
how to do stuff like that,
Okay.
like the different
Would you,
paths you can take.
if you did want to path bot, would you, in this case, would you start wolves or would you start
I would start
blue?
blue buff. You always start blue buff.
Okay.
On the Lillia, like starting wolves is kind of it's not worth it. Starting
Okay.
Raptors is good,
Okay.
but I mean you can start wolves, but it's not worth it in most cases.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, so this game I would probably path bot lane,
Okay.
or if you're pathing top, I would just
Reset.
whenever you finish your full clear, you should look bot lane before doing your next full clear.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Alright. Yes.
Okay. So let's
Let's see what happens.
yeah, let's see what does the clear look like.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not bad. I mean, you're kiting it.
Thanks.
That's good.
Oh shit. I missed that thingy.
Yeah, you didn't press your Q instantly, which
Hmm.
a bit. And then okay, you go to Krugs. Let's see if you watch my videos or not.
Well, I know that you smite Crux, and I always smite red, but like I should try the smite Krug.
Yeah, if you would have smited it and
Yeah.
auto attack the small one, you would have already been doing your red buff right now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh
no,
no.
that's terrible. Oh man, that like never happens to me too. Shit. Oh, alright.
Do you know how to avoid doing that? Like, 'cause
Yeah, no, I should have. One, I should have been hitting it more, but I just should have like gone back into the patient zone.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
you just have to be really like I don't know if you've noticed,
like
but
I.
you see the bar, right? This
Yeah,
bar.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Just making sure.
I do. Yeah, no, I know, I know.
That's okay.
Okay,
This is why we smite it.
that's why we fight it. That's why we fight it.
Okay, so
Usually, if a camp resets on me, it's fucking raptors. I hate those fuckers.
oh yeah. I mean, it's okay as long as you like know know why it happens and work on it. Okay, your mid laner killed him. And you went 2 points in Q, that's good.
Okay,
Yeah, you always put 2 points in Q if you're planning on full clearing.
okay.
So that's good. And I mean I think your kiting is pretty good, like not bad.
If a camp doesn't reset, I'm usually at scuttle by like 3:33.
33? Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean
ish.
when you start Raptors, like you're gonna be a little bit slower,
Yeah,
but like as you can probably get it down to like 325. But that that's it's
yeah.
not a big deal.
I'm not sure why I was scared. Usually I kite the blue towards river, but for some reason I was
Oh, yeah.
scared.
So he took that.
Oh yeah, and I was like, then
Yeah.
I was like, oh, turns out I can't do shit to Rumble, so I'm out of here.
Okay. And he just dies. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So now, yeah, you should go to. Okay. Here, I'll explain to you what your thought process should be.
Okay.
So I don't know if you see this is why I always look at the map. I don't know if you noticed, but right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see the scuttle. You can see it on the map, like the camp.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You see right here when you walk, it disappears. That means it's
Oh,
gone.
it's gone. Okay. All right. So all right. That's how I know it's there.
It's gonna be. I don't know if you will have the ability to notice that.
Yeah.
But and then here, especially when you see Rumble,
Yeah.
you should and you see the crab like here,
Yeah.
you should be like, oh, okay, well, like he took the crab.
Right.
I'm probably not gonna kill him because like Rumble is strong early game. We didn't really talk about it, but he does a lot of burst damage early.
Yeah. I didn't know because I was like, well, I'm 4 and he's 3, and I don't know about Rumble, so I was like, well,
Yeah,
see what happens.
it's hard to fight as Lillia when the enemy like if the enemy jungler's full health and you're full health, like
Yeah.
it's you
Yeah.
probably don't win most fights on like before your first recall.
Okay.
So here, if I was you, I would have just
Just left.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
have went back to my blue side and just recalled. But that's okay.
Yeah. That
But
flame was like, I was like, man,
yeah, no, he has a lot of damage. But
that's a
now
lot.
because he inted, now you should
Yeah.
want to be like, okay, he's dead.
Yeah.
I can just walk to the other crab.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Bot
So,
scuttle. Okay. I'm
yeah,
not sure if I. I'm
no,
not
you go
sure
to
if I
your
do because I'm
raptors, I
so
think.
low. But
Yeah, which is
or
like
if I
which
try
is
to.
fair. Like you shouldn't go to it if you're low, but because the
Yeah.
rumble just died,
Yeah.
um,
Then it's okay.
there's no one gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Like their bot lane is like in their base, but like I don't think they would
Yeah.
walk into the river.
And I knew he had done 20. He had not done all of his full clear also. So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
probably,
yeah.
he probably has to go back to his Krugs or whatever. Or
Yeah, which
back
is
to
like
his.
yeah, so that's like a sure that's like a calculated risk. But
Yeah.
like, you never know. Like it would have been safer to just do the crab first because yeah,
There
like imagine if he would have just walked straight from base to this
yeah.
and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and you would have made it there while you were low.
Yeah.
You might have died.
Now I'm like, okay, I don't want any of
Yeah.
that flame shit.
Yeah. But
I'm good.
now yeah, and then now that you saw him do that, like he just chased you down, like didn't do any more camps. Like he's so behind now. So you should
Mhm.
just be really happy about farming.
Okay.
So this is pretty good so far though, like and then we just do this and then you should probably reset. Okay.
Yeah.
Dark Seal.
Mm. I don't have any of my anything.
Yeah, this is fine.
Okay.
This is fine.
I just go back.
Um,
I should have one thing I don't know much about items.
yeah,
And so like I probably should have. Oh, my ping's so slow here.
yeah.
I nice. Okay.
What's up?
No, I don't know much about items. I should have. I know I'm supposed to be tabbing also. I usually just tab to look at CS, and I know I should be tabbing to look at what items people have. But to be honest, like I
You don't
don't
really
really
have to worry about items. Like, you know,
Okay.
you should tell yourself like, okay, when I hit like gold or plat, I'll start thinking about items. 'Cause
Okay,
you have a
so
lot of other
yeah,
things that you should be polishing up, you
okay,
know.
yeah,
Um, but here,
yeah,
so obviously your ping was a little bit slow, but you
yeah,
know, that's fine. Like you pinged though, which is good, and you were looking at the map and you pinged, so I like
yeah,
that. That's good.
yeah.
But
My
here, yeah, what's up?
my settings on this account are wrong, so I was like, crap,
Oh,
how do I get to
yeah, no, okay,
it?
that's fine. I mean, that's no problem then. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna explain to you. Um, there's this concept on jungling, right? So I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos,
Mhm.
my coaching videos, but you should always want to like save as much time as you can,
Okay,
and you should always want to be clearing in a line from one side to the other.
okay.
You never want to be clearing in like a zigzag pattern where you have to go
Oh,
back and
okay.
forth because every time
Hmm.
you do that, you waste like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
So here, and I see you have the Blitz app, so you can see
Yeah.
the exact timers.
Yeah.
So you see that your top camps are spawned,
Yes.
and then your Raptors are gonna spawn in 50 seconds,
Yeah.
and then your Krugs will spawn later.
Yeah.
You just did your Krugs, like that's fine. But you should see here, you should go to your Gromp, and then your Wolves, and then by the time you get to your Raptors, they'll be spawned, and then you've set up your line, and then you can make a
Okay.
bot play and then clear the Krugs later.
Sequence. Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
like
see
that.
how it's like
So,
just think about it. Think about the line, you know?
okay. So sometimes, all right, this is good to know though, because
Yeah,
sometimes what I'll do is I'll in this case I don't, because I'm not sure that it's right. Now
yeah.
I know it's right, but sometimes I'll throw my E so I can get more move speed to get to the Grump first.
Yes, you can do that. That's fine.
Okay.
It saves
But
you. It
I see what you're saying about the sequencing because now it's all a little bit fucked for next time. I don't know what
yeah.
I'm doing. Oh,
Well,
I'm looking for the Rumble. That's why. Okay.
yeah.
And I was like,
This is fine, no? Like this is fine, maybe.
yeah, but I think I don't.
On
I think I'm like, oh no, I'm just gonna get
yeah.
killed.
I mean, I think it was okay for you to look like maybe when Renekton dies, you're just like, okay, it's not.
There was a chance I hit my knee.
Yeah, yeah. If you hit your E, maybe you could have killed her.
You know.
But the main problem is like it's fine to look for that, but the main problem is now you're doing a Grom,
Mhm.
and then your Raptors are so far away,
Mhm.
and because of the time waste, like now your Raptors have been spawned for a little bit,
Yeah.
which means like because you want to get your camps on cooldown as fast as possible in Lillia, because you clear so fast.
Yeah.
That the faster you kill them, the faster the next one spawns.
Gotcha. Okay.
Um, so your plan should be. I don't know how much you look at your XP.
Yeah.
You should be
Yeah, I'm
thinking,
still close to 6. Yeah.
yeah, maybe you can do your Raptors and then you can like use your smite to kill this Scuttle Crab that's spawning, and
Okay.
then you see that their bot lane is pushing in. Maybe you can like make a play on them.
Okay.
So
That is. I really I don't look at the scuttle crab as much as I should because I think oh you know
yeah,
I just get my 6 off of my Krugs and I just
yeah. I
don't.
mean, in this case, like you're correct. Now, like you see Rumble in that ward, you're like, oh yeah, I probably don't want to fight him.
Yeah. But now
Um,
I think the Hui dies here.
yeah.
I wish I were looking to
Yeah,
see
no, yeah, it would be good if
really.
like when you see a fight breaking out like that, um,
Yeah. Look,
you definitely
look,
want to look over.
look. I don't even know how. Oh, he's
Yeah,
full health. Oh, so annoying.
yeah, but this is good. No, this gank is good though.
Okay.
You did exactly what I said. You just didn't do the crab, but which is
Mm-hmm.
fine. Like if you would have went for the crab, like Rumble would have zoned you off. So so now you're in a good spot. Um,
I think I should have maybe helped push there, but
no, you don't need to because
no. Okay.
they're both there and they're full health. You only need to push for your teammates when they like if your teammates want to recall, like like if they have to recall. Unfortunately, your teammates just got 1v2'd by Draven though, so
Yeah.
I guess maybe you could have pushed.
Yeah. But maybe if I had stayed, I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't. That's not your fault. They just died.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good invade though, because I'm pretty sure you saw
Yeah,
Rumble
I saw
topside.
him go top, so I
Yeah,
thought, well, I could just take these.
yeah, and take his Grump too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're not bad. You're not bad for bronze.
Thank
Like
you.
this is good.
Thank you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Most people don't even invade.
um,
Okay, now yeah, now you just go back bot,
okay.
right?
Look there. I don't have ult though. Like I'm like I don't like this because I,
Oh
I don't have
no,
ult and Draven is scary, and I think and the Lux has been dying a bunch.
maybe if they're really strong, maybe it's. I mean, okay. So okay, if you would have looked earlier, and when you
Yeah.
see that Draven has no mana, you should have went like through the river.
Wait. I always forget to look at mana.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like he is strong, like, but
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
you guys had all your spells except for your ult.
Except for
Okay,
ult.
but now okay, now you're
Do I have
now you need to. I think you need to recall.
recall? I was just gonna say that. I was thinking in my head.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait a second. No, because I think I need
yeah.
to recall.
You
I
don't.
oh, I know I don't have demonics yet, but it's
Yeah,
close.
I mean, it probably would have been best for you to like
Yeah.
after doing this Gromp,
Just recall.
you need to find like after every time you do a camp or you
Yeah.
do an objective or you kill someone, you should be thinking like, okay, what's the next play, right?
Yeah.
So here, I would think, okay, my next play is either recalling and going back to my top side and clearing down,
Mm,
or ganking them because they're pushed up.
mm,
So I would pan my camera to bot lane. I would
yeah.
look at their look, and I'd probably see drain full health. Big, maybe it's not worth ganking. I don't have my ult, and you
Yeah.
instantly recall because
Yeah.
you don't want to be on the map with 1500 gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. I hear
but
you.
so yeah, so make sure you're not like make sure you're never overstaying your time on the map.
One of the things I hate the most about my play,
Yeah,
watching my play, is the times when I don't know what to do, and I watch, and I will bounce back and forth in place, being
yeah,
like,
that is one of the
I,
number one mistakes of
I
like
hate it.
of
I hate
junglers. It's hard,
it. Yeah.
but you have to make a decision, and even if you're not sure,
Yeah. Just
you have to make one decision and stick to it
yeah.
because otherwise you're wasting time and you won't get like
Yeah.
you're just gonna fail at both. So now like
I need to
you see
recall.
you're overstaying really hard
Yeah, really bad.
and you just went to your raptors instead of your krugs.
Yeah.
So once again
And
you're
now
now you've
totally
ruined
fucked
your
up my.
yeah fucked up your line clear.
Yeah. Okay. What am
Like
I
now you're just
doing?
like yeah you're
God, go home. Hate this.
yeah I mean it's okay like you should be looking at this and be like I hate this like what am I doing but
Alright.
um okay. If I were you here
Mm,
um because you have flash and ult, that's when you're
mm,
the strongest.
strong.
I would
Okay.
have went I would have went through here through the river
Okay.
and just flash or like do you know how to Q flash? So
I
like
understand it in theory.
yeah. So you can yeah, so there's two things you can either flash Q,
Uh-huh.
which is fine, but if you Q and then like literally a split second later, like you pretty much do it at the same time,
Okay.
but you Q and then like a split second later you flash,
Okay.
then your animation will start and then it'll finish after your flash goes off. And that way you can instantly hit like a group of people with your Q and then ult.
I taught myself to do this with Vi because that's such a good
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
important
yeah.
thing.
But
But I've
Vi's Q
never done
flash
it.
is much harder though. Like this one is
Oh.
easy. This
Oh, good. Okay. Well,
because
then I should be doing
yeah, because
that.
the Vi one you Q and then you flash at the end, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This one you just press Q and then flash in sequence really fast.
Okay.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Right.
You can go to practice to and try it, but it'll make your Q hit people instantly, and it's
Okay.
one of your best tools for engaging.
Yeah.
So
I
here I
think
would
it
have
went.
I would have done that.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Mm.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Also, I don't know if you knew this, but like, so your husband is playing Misfortune.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know how Misfortune ult works with your ult?
Um, I know how it should work, but we somehow always fuck it up.
Oh, well,
Right? Like it'd be so good if I could sleep everyone and then he hits them, right?
yeah, because the main thing is that Misfortune ult doesn't wake them up.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Why not?
because it's a damage over time spell.
What?
Yeah, it's like a
Oh,
weird interaction, but
yeah.
um, if you ult and then the Misfortune ults, they will just get hit by every single pellet.
I have to tell him that, and then we have to stop fucking around, and like we got to figure that out.
Yeah, you just gotta try that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So imagine if you would have Q flashed, like
Yeah,
if you would have been able to get all three of them, and then your husband ulted, they would have all died.
we've all died. That
So
would have
that's
been awesome.
but yeah, even though you overstayed, like I think it's fine, like because you overstayed, you're like here, you might as well, help your team.
Yeah.
Okay, but now you should recall. Like, now it's
Now it's
over. Like there's nothing more. Oh, actually, he got hit. I mean, it's
all right. Okay.
um I mean, like that play is fine since the Draven inted, but
Yeah. Everybody
generally,
inted. I
like
feel like the Rumble inted also.
yeah, no, then neither of them should have died. Like after you killed like that Heimerdinger, you should have just recalled.
Yeah.
Because if you wanna like, I'll show you just how. It's like, I mean, in Loilo, a lot of things will just happen and people will just die, but the higher you go, it's gonna matter more.
Mm-hmm.
But if we go back to
Mm-hmm.
let's see when your blue buff spawned. Okay, your blue buff spawned at 8 minutes and 40 seconds.
Oh, I don't even want to know.
Let's see.
Just sitting there.
Let's see when you go to your blue. Okay, so now this is when you after all this happened,
Mm-hmm.
you're at your grump and your blue. It's 12:30. So I think you spent around 4 minutes.
That's yeah,
So
awful. Okay.
yeah, it's like your camps take like 2 minutes to spawn, like 2:20 or something, 2:15, I forget.
Yeah.
So you could have farmed your Gromp and your Wolves twice in that amount of time, which is like a lot of XP. Does that make sense?
It does. It totally makes sense. Yeah.
Um,
I'm currently scared of the Aurelia behind me, so I'm like I'm watching that like what's
yeah,
going on.
this is good though. Like, dude, when you're playing Lillia, like if you and sometimes you'll just have this intuition, but like if you think the enemy Raptors are up, like at this point in the game, when you have demonic, like especially, you can just take the Raptors a lot of times.
Okay.
And I really like this though. Invading is so good because the thing is, you know how you left your blue side like
Yeah.
alive for so long? The enemy jungler is gonna
Should've
do the
been
same
there.
thing because they're bad.
Yeah.
So like they're not gonna be killing their camps enough. So you can get really farmed in XP if you choose to do the consistent play of just farming. Because a lot of times what will happen in this elo is you'll do your full clear, and then the enemy jungler will go for a gank that doesn't make sense or something. Like, and even if the gank works, like they'll skip like the whole camp, like 3 camps for it, and then you can just take those camps while they're doing that play. Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, but this again. Now you're doing that type of play.
Yeah.
Like I'll explain to you. Like right here.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you should just walk to him. Okay, you should just walk up to him and Q him and ult him.
Okay.
Because your Renekton has everything up.
Oh, okay. I see.
I don't know what you're doing here, the little ring around a rosy, but it's
Yeah, I don't either. I don't either. I should just be like the play's done. Like as soon as I miss my E, I should be like, oh, well, fuck
no,
that.
no, no. Okay. Also, this is very important. Okay,
Mm.
we need to, as Lillia players, we need to keep our ego in check.
Okay.
So when here you're coming from his tower, so
Okay.
where does Briar run? If you go,
Um,
if you go on him,
if I go on him now.
where's he gonna run?
Mm,
He has to run past you, right?
Yeah.
Or down the river, but you're gonna
Down
catch
the
up to
river.
him.
Either way, I can.
So
chase
if
him,
I
yeah.
was playing this, I would
Yeah.
run straight at him and Q, and then
Just Q,
ult.
okay.
Yes,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
why? Like you have to think about why do you think you need to press your E in this
Yeah.
situation?
Literally no reason.
Yeah,
I've
because
got a million miles.
there's one reason. There's only one thing that can. There's two things that can happen. You can hit him, or you can dodge it. But then if you Q, he can't dodge it, and then you ult, and then if you ult and you time it correctly, you can guarantee hit your W and then like your E.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yep. And then now my E is on like huge cooldown and
Yeah.
like.
And now
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
and now you're not sure what to do, and you run
Yeah,
away.
exactly. Oh,
So
fuck.
at this
Alright.
point, because you ran away, you
Yeah.
can't go back in. Like if you keep looking for him now you're doing like a bad gank and you're wasting time. Right?
Yes.
You only want to go for ganks that you think will 100% be a kill.
Okay.
And I think that one was 100% kill if you just Q ulted.
Yeah.
But now it's like he's now the turret is behind him, and you're
Oh, no, we're done. Yeah.
now we just wasted an extra 30 seconds.
Yep.
So you just gotta, try to. Oh,
Oh. Oh yeah, and then this happens.
oh wow, that's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's really bad. I think the Renekton.
I mean, you got your damage off though. I think he should win this. If he's
Oh, no.
Never mind. Never mind.
That was bad.
I
I
mean
didn't
that.
know what to do.
Yeah, I mean that's whatever. You just got hit by Brirolt. You probably like you can hear it. I can't really. There's no audio I think on this, but
Yeah,
um,
I don't think so, but yeah, you can hear
you
it.
can
Yeah.
hear the Brirolt when she casts it, and you should probably assume that it's going for you at that moment in time because she just saw you, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
Okay.
you could look to dodge it. Like that's the only thing, but like getting hit there is like whatever. Like you just die. But
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
when you come back from like base after dying like that, just think like, okay, what do I need to do? And I think you need to farm.
Yeah.
'Cause I think what separates like, you know, what's gonna help you climb is most of the time the correct play is to farm.
Okay.
You should remember that. Like
Okay.
it, ganking is almost always not as good as just farming because ganks rely on the enemy team to be bad.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
only some ganks, like the one top lane there where you're behind them and they're completely out of position.
Yep.
Those type of ganks are good. But
Hmm.
most of the time, if you find yourself looking for a gank and you're like, well, if they walk up, like if I sit here and I wait for them to walk up, maybe I'll kill them. Like you should
Hmm.
never want to go for that. But this was good. Like I think your awareness of champions on that map is pretty good.
Oh, good. Thanks.
So like that was good. And that's the perfect type of play on Lillia is to find like your Rumble just killed your husband. So
Yep.
you should here like this is a perfect play is you skip your Raptors to
Yeah.
punish the enemy jungler, right?
Okay. Okay.
Most of your plays on Lillia should be to punish, not to you don't want to be the aggressor, you want to be like the punisher.
Okay. That makes
So
sense.
yeah,
It's so hard because I think a lot of times, particularly it's I usually try to play with everything muted because I get really thrown off my game and I get baited and I think also people get really frustrated with
yeah,
Lillia.
you honestly should just mute because people don't know. Like people even in
They don't
Challenger, people
know.
get frustrated with me, and
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, why are you farming?" I'm like, because like
yes, you
literally that's what I should be doing."
no,
I was so scared. I was scared of the Aurelia. I didn't want to go back in my jungle.
that's fine. You can recall here.
But yeah, like so the number of times sort of
Yeah, I mean that is the thing that happens a lot. Is you when you're playing jungle, you'll feel you're being pressured by four idiots to gank their
yes,
lane, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
um here this is like a small thing. I mean it doesn't really matter, but like against Briar, you should just be running, not trying to auto attack. You know how
okay,
you
okay.
pause every now and then. Every time you
Mhm.
pause, she auto attacks you and life steals like 100 health.
Okay,
So you should just run away until you have your Q, and then
okay.
yeah. I mean that's a small thing. Like it doesn't really matter, but the main concept is just try to farm as much as you can and recognize when you think a play might be a waste of time.
Okay.
I think that's what's most important for you right now. I think your
Yes.
awareness is really good and your kiting is good. It's just you're leaving a lot of camps alive.
Yep.
That's my
Okay.
main
This is what I'm
criticism.
saying. I get so distracted. It did really help me to have the OPGG because then I could at least that really helped me sort of get a sense for like, oh, I just don't have time for this play because my camp's about to be up. Whereas before it'd be like, I don't have camps up. I can do whatever I want.
Oh,
And then the next thing I
yeah.
know they're up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that
Got it.
has helped. But like again, like I just get so distracted by everything,
Yeah.
especially because the games get so chaotic.
Yeah.
Um
You just have to
and
be
then
you have to be the point of consistency on your team
yeah,
because that's what League is about, right? It's
yeah,
about being consistent throughout hundreds of games.
yeah.
Because if you're playing solo queue, right? You have
Mhm,
9 people in the game,
mhm.
and you should think of them all as like a random set of dice. Like
Okay.
either they will feed or they'll do good, right? Like
Mhm,
so if everyone in the game has a 50% chance of being good or bad, then that means there's a higher chance of the enemy team being bad because there's 5 people, right?
okay.
And there's only 4 people on your team.
Right.
So you can be the 10% like difference as the 1 out of 10
Yep.
to make you could, theoretically, you like if you play perfectly, your
Yeah.
win rate should be like you should be able to affect the win rate over a period of games, if that makes sense.
Totally. It totally does. Yeah.
Yeah. So if yeah, because yeah, you have less chances of having bad players on your team. Because if you're a good player, you'll win more. But anyway, this is one thing I noticed what you do.
Yes.
So here,
Yeah.
you see the correct thing. You see that these guys are low, and you want to kill
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But what I've noticed what you do is you kind of just run after them.
Uh,
But do you know what you could do?
go around.
You could cut them off,
Cut them
right?
off because I'm so fast. Look at me.
Yes. You're
Okay.
so like walking here and then here, right?
So much slower.
You could literally draw the lines and like measure it, but like you walk here
Mhm.
and then here versus just walking from. So you were rounding this corner and you walked
Yeah.
like this, but you could have walked like that in a straight line through this bush, and you would have cut them off.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, you might still catch them because you're Lillia, but
I don't think I do.
yeah. So you once again you use your E like
Yep. Wait. Yeah. Wait. The wrong time.
yeah. I mean you're trying to hit them. I don't even know if you noticed this turret. But when I see turrets like
Um.
this,
Yeah.
I would have just kept running after them and queued the turret for movement speed.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Because
your
I think there's.
E, yeah, what's up?
Yeah. No. No. You're right. I'm just gonna agree with you more.
Okay, and you gotta remember you'll notice this. Your E has a casting animation which stops your movement.
Okay.
Watch this. You stop. See that? You stop for half a second.
Okay.
Your Q
Yeah.
doesn't. Your Q will keep moving.
Okay.
So you should always try to chase with your Q, and like earlier, um, use your E like when you try to use your E when you're like really close to them
Okay.
and they can't really dodge it.
More of a guarantee. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and but yeah, if you would have cut them off, you definitely would have killed them.
All right. There's Rumble. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do
So
you do?
here, I would, if I was you, let me see. See the Rumble.
Do I have? Oh fuck.
He's pretty
I
strong.
think I don't quite have Jack Show yet, but like.
Yeah, you should look like right now. If you look at the screenshot, you have 2,000 gold.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
team is either dead or in base.
Yep.
So the best you can do is just ward the dragon. Like you can ward the dragon and then be like, okay, maybe I can blast cone over, steal it, and then flash away.
Mm-hmm.
That's your only really option. But you probably don't
Yeah.
want
But then,
to. Here, like this is fine to go for. I would go for this play
but,
too if I knew more information.
yeah, like I see none of the other team. So
Yeah,
like, they're probably by now the Draven and the Heimerdinger should have recalled and are heading for Drake. Like
yeah.
everyone
There's
should.
like a 60% chance there's an Aurelia here.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So
would
scary.
say, but I like the aggression though. Like I like the confidence. Like this, like it is a good play. You just don't have any wards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
And now we should. Oh, okay. We should kill this guy.
bad.
This guy just inted. Wow, he's tanky.
Yeah.
I guess he didn't. You can still fight this. Let's see. Your team fight is pretty good.
So
Yeah.
I've mostly practiced with Dark Harvest. So I think one of the things that I'm I'm used to trying to like run in and out and not fucking die.
Yeah, which you should also be doing that with Conquer. It's just
Yeah. But I wonder if it's just bad. I was like, I'm going the wrong way and now I'm dead.
mm, yeah. I mean,
It's fucking flames.
yeah. I mean, if I was you, I probably would have like that. I mean, it is kind of unrealistic for you maybe, but I would have E flashed. I don't know if you know how E flash
Oh
works.
no, tell me about the E
So
flash.
I would have like right here.
Yep.
If you put your mouse right here, like right behind you, and then you
Yep.
you E and then you flash away in this direction,
Yeah.
your E animation will go off while you're flashing, and it'll come out. So there's some abilities that come out after your flash if you do it in the animation, and there's some that'll come from where you flashed from. So your E comes from where you flashed from. So you'll E, and even though you're over here, your E will spawn right here when you like after the cast, and
Oh,
you'll so it's like a guaranteed hit, and then you could run away. But
that's
yeah,
dark.
walking in here alone is a little bit
Dark
scary.
thing. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. It's just
I have I have a tendency also to like I'm bad at like counting. So like when we have a big team fight and a lot happens, I'll know
yeah,
somebody has died and I'll just decide that like everybody died. And then I'll be like, oh, actually just one of them died and we're
yeah.
very much outnumbered.
I think what I've noticed, it seems like you have good awareness when you see people on the map, but
Yeah.
when you don't see them, you're,
I'm not
I don't
scared
think you're
enough.
aware of like where they could be.
Yeah.
So, I mean that just takes some time. Like you should just try to remember, like
Mm-hmm.
try to think about like what the enemy team could be doing. Let's see. Oh, okay. What happens here? Defending
Mm-hmm.
mid. This is fine, but oh, okay. I mean, she inted.
Mm-hmm.
You should want to catch this wave with your tower. So you see how
Oh
you're
yes, I'm
you're
going for
walking
impact.
from
Yeah.
the one place
I'm
where
just like
she could go on you without getting, but like you're just lucky that you flashed into the tower and then
yeah. I'm lucky, yeah, I'm lucky I had flash up.
yeah. But you could have just cleared the wave at the tower and then ran the dragon,
Yeah.
or like waited for Renekton to flank her or something. But it's just the small things. But at this point, I mean, this is good. I think your fighting is good on her.
Thanks.
Um, yeah, but when you have Jack Show, you should have to like you should be playing that like in and out type of play style.
Okay.
Just every time your Q is back up, you want to go back in and try to get more chunk, and then you run away.
Okay.
And because you're, I don't know if you knew this, but you're demonic and you're passive.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they tick like and do damage to enemy, it keeps your conquer like stacked. So you can be out of the
Oh.
fight for a while and still have your conquer stacking.
Oh, so
Actually, wait, does it not? But yeah, I think it does. I'm not sure. Wait, I might be wrong. Is your conquer not stacking? Okay, I'm wrong. I lied to you.
Oh, okay. It's
My
okay.
bad.
Okay. I forgive you.
um,
Oh, Briar.
I do think I think it, like you still did that playstyle though. Like, yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. I mean, your team fighting is really good. Like, or
Thank you.
you're like you're fighting. I think your biggest
I think
like
it's like decision making.
weakness is yeah, which is most junglers honestly is just
Well,
you
it's just
gotta
because
build your confidence and
yeah. I think it's like also because like I know I even there have been a lot of games where I'm like I think the right thing to do is X, right? I really wanted the Draven.
yeah, you could have killed them if you missed your Q, but
I think the right thing to do is X, but I'm also
yeah,
like so used to sort of feeling like, oh, I'm new and I don't know things, and if you know what I mean, like I don't
yeah.
have a lot of confidence in my abilities. I don't know why am I chasing this.
I
It
think
seems like
it's
a bad idea.
I think it's a lot better to you know make your own choices and then
Yeah,
learn from them
and
than
if
it
they're
is to
wrong, they're
just
wrong.
yeah.
Yeah,
Instead of you should not respect your teammates' opinions. Like honestly, like there's a reason that they're in the same elo that you are. It's
yeah,
because they're bad, and if they've
yeah,
played for a while, and that means they're not really learning. So like anything that they any ideas that they have are probably wrong. So you
yeah.
should
Okay,
really
yep,
just be doing
fair
what
enough.
feels good to you. And
Yeah,
so I'll
uh,
give you my advice for this build is
yeah,
you have to like early game, and this is for any Lillia build, honestly. Is the early game you have to play really like selfishly and just try to farm your camps as much as you can and as fast as you can.
mm-hmm.
And all most of the time you're gonna choose doing your camps over ganking, unless
Okay,
it's really free. Okay.
okay,
So every time you make a gank from now on that doesn't work, you should ask yourself, like, you should maybe go back to the replay and be like, did this look did this really look like a free gank, or was I just hoping that they would die?
it would work out, or like
Yeah,
was my I worried about my
yeah,
team tilting or something? Yeah,
exactly. And if you just do that and you slowly like learn what is a good gank and what is a bad gank,
mm-hmm.
and then every other time you're just farming,
Okay,
and then you'll get to your demonic, and then when you get your demonic's embrace, that's
yeah,
when you start showing up with your ult on important fights like dragons and stuff like that.
okay. And how like I've been feeling as though like farming is farming or invading is or both of those options like are better than um uh
Yes.
even objectives.
Yeah.
Like I almost
So
don't want to
I've
like once we're
well,
up, I don't even want to get
yeah.
dragon or whatever.
You should always so on Lilia, um, what your plan should be. So I never switch my sweeper. Like I always keep my yellow wards.
Oh, okay.
Not a lot of people do that, but
Okay.
I started doing it because there's this one really good like streamer that does it,
Okay.
and he's like one of the best players in Europe.
Okay.
And so what you should want to do with Lilia is you use your green ward or your yellow ward,
Okay.
and you put the ward on the objective, and then you keep farming. And so what that
Okay.
allows you to do is you can keep farming, and then if you see the enemy team start the objective, you can make the choice, right? Then and there, like, okay, is my team strong enough to fight? Like, am I strong enough to fight? And then you can punish them for starting the objective.
Oh,
Most of the
nice.
time, unless you just killed their whole team or something, like you don't want to be the one starting the first objectives.
Okay.
You should only be wanting to start objectives if, for example, if Herald and Dragon are spawned and the enemy team does the Dragon and you think you can do the Herald in return
Uh-huh.
at the same time, then you can start it. Otherwise, until you get your Demonic Embrace, you don't want to be the first to start the objective. You want to have a ward on it and be able to punish it. You can
Okay.
also buy a pink ward early and do the same thing.
Okay. All right. That
But
makes sense.
that's just a general rule that I have for that. So
All right.
and yeah. So
Wait.
also like what also that enables you to do is instead of being worried about the objective, you can just be farming, and you only have to stop farming when the enemy team starts the objective, and you make that choice.
Okay. That's nice. And if it doesn't look like a thing I can contest, then at least I'm like, well, now I can just go invade.
Yeah, then you
Perfect.
invade the opposite side,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that is a lot of times that is the best choice for Lilia.
Okay.
So then you've
And
just
then
formed three
then
quadrants.
right, and then they get behind two, and then it's like it's all
Yeah,
good.
and just think about it. If you do, okay, for example, if they start dragon and you've been clearing towards your top side
Mhm.
and you're like doing gromp and they're doing dragon, and then you can just be like, okay, well, I'll just maybe take this crab,
Mhm.
raptors, red, gromp,
Mhm.
and then you recall. By the
Mhm.
time you come back from base, your
Mhm.
Krugs will be spawned again, which means you have effectively had zero downtime.
Oh, sounds great.
You know what I mean? Like it's just,
Yeah.
you, you're spending the whole time farming. You're probably up like a level or two, and then
Yeah.
by the time you clear again, then you might even
Mhm.
be able to invade again because you're so strong and kill
Yeah.
them there. You know, there's so
I
that's
love
really good to do.
it. Okay. All
But
right.
yeah, but then once you've gotten your demonic, that's when you should still be wanting to farm. But that's when you
Yeah.
can actually force fights with your ultimate and your flash
Okay.
around objectives. That's when you want to be a little bit more proactive.
Okay.
And then when you finish your Jack show, I'll show you this fight. You could have 1v3 this fight if you played it correctly.
Okay. That sounds
Right
crazy,
here.
but all right. Yeah.
So here, when you have Jack show, okay,
Yeah.
do you know what the Jack show passive does?
No. I do
So
not.
okay,
I
so
hate
you
reading. Okay. Like I
so
don't like it.
you'll see it right here. This is your Jack
Okay.
show passive. It's on your
All right.
hotbar,
Oh,
and
is this when I
it's
turn purple?
yes, it is effectively you can think of it as Conqueror, but it's a little bit it's like a tank Conqueror, you know?
Huh.
So
Okay.
for every second that you're in a fight, it'll stack up. So you
Oh.
see it's 3, 4, 5, and I think 8 is the max.
Uh-huh.
And then I don't know if you saw that animation. Just go back. When it
Okay.
hits 8, look at Rumble.
Okay.
Look, you see this purple thing?
Yeah.
You just stole their max health.
What?
Yeah, it does a little bit of damage to them,
Uh-huh.
and it gives you the you just got 288 health from both of them.
Come
So
on.
there's a radius around you where you'll steal people's health when it
Oh.
hits 8 stacks, and also every stack gives you bonus armor and magic resist.
Oh.
So if you would have been fighting here, like okay, first of all, this Q
Yeah.
missed the Draven.
I should
If you would have
he
hit
missed
it,
Draven. Yeah, he's
because
dead.
I think this is again a confidence issue. I don't think you were really Sure.
No, I'm like, no, I'm gonna get deleted. I can't go in
Yeah.
there.
So yeah, which is like it's fair enough because you're used to the Dark Harvest build.
Yeah.
But you here you clicked down first,
Yep. Yep.
which also we need to work on your you
I'm clicking.
need to work on your
Oh my god, look at me. I'm all the way over there. Oh fuck.
yeah, so you're over here and your mouse click is over here.
Yeah, that's bad.
What the pro players do is they're usually clicking around here,
Okay.
you know? And
Mm-hmm.
the reason why is because in League, like if you click in one direction then the other direction, you turn instantly.
Mm,
Like it's called the turn rate, and the League turn rate is really low. But if you played like Dota, the turn rate is really high,
okay.
which is why I don't like Dota because you can't do the same like fast plays.
Okay.
So the reason why you'd want your mouse to be over here
Yep.
is so that if you like want to dodge like a skill shot, you can move your mouse here and click away and then dodge it.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So change your direction really fast.
Really
But if your
fast.
mouse is over here and you want to move, you want to turn the other direction, you're gonna have to move your mouse all the way across the screen
Oh
and
man, it's never gonna
um,
happen.
yeah,
Okay.
like
I see
you
that.
know. So yeah, your mouse, I don't know what your sensitivity is at, but your mouse like is a little bit erratic. But
Okay.
that's fine. But here, I'm telling you, if you would have ran up into them instead of running away, and
Yep.
you just had confidence,
Mm-hmm.
and this is just something you have to learn with Jack Show. When you have Jack Show demonic, you should be willing to take a lot of fights. Like
And I even have overheal up. Like I have a shield, right? Is that from overheal?
yeah. So what
Okay.
I would have
But
done here, I would have queued the Draven and then smited him and then run away and let the poison kill him. And
yeah.
I would have stayed in range of these two. Which like they're
Mm-hmm.
chasing you. You should
Mm-hmm.
be Eing them. You should be then trying to get Q on both of them and then W them. Like
I know I've got like 2 to 4 levels on them too. Like they're
yes,
dead.
you're
What am I?
like you did a good job of farming this game, even though you like you,
Yeah,
you definitely messed up a
I
little
was
bit. But
distracted as fuck. But it turns out, like, in my even a distracted version of farming is like
yeah,
it's
exactly. But you
it's better.
realize, but like, look in the game, you realize like here you realize like, wait, I'm
Yeah, I
I'm
was like,
actually really
wait,
strong.
I'm killing them.
Look at you have 12 stacks of conquer. Look, you're getting 32 health.
Oh
Like,
my god.
look at all the healing you're getting. Your passive also
No,
heals you. I don't know if you knew your champion passive.
I did know that. I did know that.
Okay, yeah. So just
Um,
look at how beefy you are.
Look at
So
that.
yeah, but I think that's just like learning the limits of the build. And
Yes,
that was a good smite though. But I think he flashed.
I think he did too.
Yeah. So but
I like through
that's
my
an important
E.
thing though. But when you have the Jack Show build, you can just like pretty much tank people and fight and kill them. Like,
Which is better because like I know that so like I know also the other way to survive stuff with Lillia is to do Zonias, but I have never in my life remembered when I built Zonias that I fucking had
oh,
Zonias and
good,
like
good. I don't build Zanyas, so
okay, that's
like
good because like I just
I mean I do build it every now and then because like there's games where it's really good, but in general, I don't think Zanyas is worth building. If you do this build,
okay.
I would rather have like Rylai's because
That's
then you
good because
can kite
I'm not
people
gonna
more.
remember. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna remember.
So if you're not gonna remember, don't build it. That's my like sure Zanyas is a very strong item. Oh, yeah. The only thing you have to be wary of when you're playing this
Mhm.
build, like you are tanky, but there's champions
Not
like
dead.
Aurelia that do true damage.
Yeah.
So she shreds you no matter how much armor you have.
But this was this moment where I was like, wait a second, I'm not dead and I really should be dead. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so bad.
Yeah, no, I think I also like this build because it allows a little bit more like mistakes in your gameplay.
Yeah.
Which,
Actually,
I just think I think this personally I think this build fits Lillia much better than like a Liandry's.
yeah.
But yeah, this is a good Baron
I was like,
call.
yeah, I was like, we got to do Baron.
Mm-hmm. And you just recall get
I'm
your
also I'm
paralyze.
again like I think this is really common maybe for people in my position too. But again, like I can also have a game where I'm ahead and I just cannot figure out how to end a game.
Okay. Yeah, I
Um,
mean we could talk about that. Like so let's see. So right here, so you're coming out of base and your intention is to fight this dragon, right?
yeah,
Because you want the dragon, but they get it before
they get it.
you're
Yeah,
even there.
yeah.
So now you need to direct your team to use the Baron. Every time you have Baron, you want to take as many towers as you can.
Okay,
And
okay. That's good. This is my instinct. This is I always feel like I always end up we'll get Baron and then like we don't do anything with it.
yeah, so the last thing you want to do in this situation is to walk into river here.
Yeah, there's
Because you
no
just
good.
saw the enemy team do dragon.
Yeah,
You're disconnected from your whole team.
yeah.
Um, if you walk in here, there's a good chance that they could just one-shot you.
Okay, that makes sense.
But they're bad, so they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And then here, okay. So what you want to do? What I was saying, like you want to direct your team. Right now, your team just like they just decided to go bot.
Why?
I would have went mid, like I would have, but I would have pinged my team to come mid. Like
Okay.
I would have pinged my team, like I would have been on my way mid lane
Okay.
right here.
Okay.
Because honestly, like you guys should know that the enemy team is just gonna do dragon, because that's their only play.
Right. That's the only thing we can do. Yeah.
Your teammates are running into the jungle directly to try to go to the dragon, but it's like it's already gone. The best play for you guys is just go to push.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is when you have Baron, your general rule should be okay. We should just group mid and try to take the towers. If both of these towers are dead and then the side lane towers are alive, then you want to go to a side lane. But every time you get Baron, you should recall, and first you should push mid all the way to their like tower, or like get push the wave past like the middle point. And then, but even if you're not playing mid lane, like then you go, like you could rotate through their jungle with your team, and take the next like the other lanes.
Okay.
And so what the best players do is they'll send 4 people mid lane, and then they'll send their top laner or their mid laner, depending on which is stronger in the side lane. So this game, your Renekton wants to be in the side lane because he's hard to kill.
Yep.
So out of base, you would have wanted optimally for 4 of you guys to go mid and then a Renekton bot. And that way you're pressuring 2 lanes with Baron. And so you guys would just push mid until you get here. They would have to try to stop you guys. So you guys just slowly chip away at their turrets while they try to clear the waves. And then Renekton gets to push his lane for free.
Right.
And then if like, yeah. And if, for example, if you guys were 4 here mid, eventually you take this tower. And then if Renekton's alone and there's someone like answering him, then you guys could walk into their jungle and cut them off, kill them, and then keep pushing bot lane, you know? So there's like, it gets like, there's a lot of different situations, but like that's the general thing. Push mid first and then go into a side lane.
Okay.
And like,
once mid towers are down.
Yeah. And just have your top laner go to the side lane while the 4 of you guys are mid.
If you have the option of a tower or inhib or Baron, which do you do first? You know what I mean? Like if you're pushing a tower but Baron's up and like, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, are you telling me that if you could get all of those for free, which one would you pick? You should always pick Baron.
Okay.
If you get the Baron for free, then you're gonna get more towers for free.
Right. Okay. Got it.
But yeah, I mean, every time you can do Baron, you should. And the times where you can do Baron is if like 2 or 3 people or more are dead on the enemy team, and one of them is their jungler.
Okay.
Sometimes you can do Baron with their jungler alive, but it's like a little bit riskier.
Okay.
But yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people like, I don't know. I always want to do Baron, and a lot of times I can't get my team to go with me because they want to push towers, and then I'm like, I just think, oh, am I just wrong? Am I not doing the wrong thing?
Baron when you can do it is the best, like always.
Because then, aren't you also like delaying? Like then you're denying Baron to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also like, you know, like, yeah, you're denying. I mean, you're denying a chance if you lose a team fight later and the Baron's alive. You're just gonna lose a Baron. But like, Baron, it gives you 300 gold per person, and it just lets you buff your minions in a way where you can just walk up to their towers and kill them anyway.
Yep.
So like, there's no reason to get 1 tower when you can get Baron, recall, and then get like 4 towers. You know.
Yeah.
So here, the reason why you end up in situations where you don't think you can end the reason why you think it's hard to end the games is because it's like I said, you didn't direct your team.
Yep.
And at this point, you should be like, oh well, shit. Like there, 3 of my teammates are bot lane. I'll just walk bot lane and push with them.
Okay.
Because now you're doing your own play mid.
Yeah.
And like we said earlier, we just saw them all kill dragon. So any one of them could be here with Aurelia.
Yep.
So now you're just by yourself, like.
This was surprising to me because I was 2 levels up on her, and I'm like, surely I can kill her, and then it turned out.
Aurelia is one of the best 1v1 champs in the game, and she does true damage, like I said. Like, Aurelia is a special case. Like, she's a very strong champion. So you should always be careful with her.
Okay. But again, I wasn't gonna survive without Jack
Yeah.
Show here. Like I would have
Yeah,
been
no,
dead.
she also hit everything on you. Like
Yeah, yeah,
you might have been able to dodge some things. But now, because of you guys not going to a lane
yeah.
as four,
Yep.
now you have Baron, but you're inside your own base,
So bad.
right? So now you've wasted half the Baron,
Yep.
and your team they took one bot tower, but look at top, like look at bot lane.
Yeah.
Imagine if you guys would have just like if you guys were
All
four
from
here, like
there.
there's another wave. This wave would be Baron,
Yeah.
like Baron buffed, and hitting this, you probably could get their inhib. But now
Yeah.
everything is like
No, it's all
everything just
fucked.
got delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think other than that, let's see. I mean, do you feel a little overloaded? Or-
No, yeah, no, I think that's plenty. That's plenty of learning out of this out of this
Yeah,
game.
I think the rest of this
Um,
game is just fighting. I mean, at this point in the game, you're just, you just have to
yeah, yeah.
like rinse
You
and
just have to,
repeat. Like,
yeah, we just have to keep trying to get Baron and keep trying to get
yeah,
Dragon, all that, and
the
like,
most simple thing to do at this point in the game, like this is all you really need to know, is that if you're ahead, you should try to push mid lane
okay,
when you have 3 or 4 people mid with you. You should be
okay,
pinging for them to come mid. You should push the wave before the objective spawns, like on either side,
okay,
and then you walk to the objective and ward,
okay,
and then you can push the next wave again, and then you can do the objective. Like you always, the way the game works is whichever team is stronger should always be able to push mid for free and then walk into the jungle. And then the enemy team has to catch the wave, and then they have to walk into the jungle after you, which means that you can always set up traps and stuff like that.
nice, okay, all
So
right,
here, like things like there are no objectives right now, so it's okay for everyone to be farming, but then you have to get your team like a minute 20 seconds before dragon spawns. You want to be recalled and like on the mid wave with your team. It's kind of your job as a jungler to be pinging when the dragon is spawning and calling for that.
okay,
But but I mean at this point in the game, like in this elo, it's just gonna be a bunch of random fights. So it's
it's
your job to
exhausting.
just
And
be
getting everybody coordinated is like so fucking hard.
yeah, it's very hard in this like these type of games. But all you can really do is you can abuse the fact that you were farming really well the whole game and just kill them all. Like that's usually what I do when I play in this elo. Like I'm
Okay,
just like, okay, like you're level 17, like
yeah.
I'll just be fighting.
Mhm. And
Um
I should be like, because so sometimes I'll be like, oh, we have to, because I'll think to myself, man, we got to push waves, we got to like do some stuff,
yeah,
we have to like, and nobody else is doing it, so I'm like, all right, fine, I'll split and I will
yeah,
push because I'm so fast, right? Because I can run away.
yeah.
But then it's like, then I'm not with my team when they fight, and then everybody dies.
Yeah. I think the
And that's
number one thing is your greatest tool as a jungler is your pings.
yeah,
And you need to
okay,
be directing your team because like what I've noticed in the past like 4 minutes
yeah,
since you guys got Baron, you
yeah,
guys have not made one single play as a team.
nope, nope,
You
at
guys
all.
have
Look
just
at it.
been just scattered around the map. Like, and you see this? You see how the Briar is pushing the mid wave?
Yeah,
So now you're about to lose vision of mid.
yep,
Now you guys are all sitting here. Like you guys could get flanked. Anything
yep,
could happen.
yep.
You're not safe from any angle. Like you see
Mm-hmm.
this? Like now you don't see Briar.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably coming behind you. She's gonna kill your Lux.
Yep, there she is. Yeah,
You see that? Like you see how I can tell you exactly what's gonna happen.
yep. There you go.
You want to
Oh,
be
there we go.
you want to be the team that pushed that mid wave and did that to them.
I remember that fight.
Yeah, so my husband's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, whoever this is telling us what we did wrong, we appreciate your insight.
Yes, thank
No
you for your
problem.
help. I was like, I'm way too deep. This is terrible.
Yeah. No, but oh, actually, well, I mean, you have Jack Show, so you're never too deep. You've definitely missed so many. You've missed all your
So many
abilities this
fucking
fight,
cues,
though.
yeah. Oh, goddamn.
Yeah,
Alright.
I mean,
That's
this fight, I'm gonna be real. Like this fight, if you were just a little bit more used to the build and you hit your abilities, you would have killed them
Yeah.
all.
Okay. All right.
But that's
Cool.
but that's fine. I mean, I think at this point, like, there's
How much longer does this game go on?
yeah, you guys are crazy. This is usually what I mean. This is usually what happens in lower elo. Like,
Right? Because like nobody can end, right? Like
yeah,
they should also
it's
have
because
ended.
yeah,
This should have been over.
it's because you guys and the enemy team does not know how to just push waves
Yep.
as a team.
I was like, I don't know. Guess I'm gonna go this way now.
Here I would smite these raptors and run straight back to the Draven. Actually, I would just go to no, you just go Baron here, right?
Yeah.
Surely,
Yeah.
surely.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. And then
Okay.
then do we get? Now it's just.
I
now
hope
I'm
so.
curious. I can't remember.
Okay, so now, okay, here, this is wrong. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I didn't recall because I'm like, I don't know what to buy. I bought all the things.
You didn't buy
I
all the
just want-
things. You have the component for void staff. You need to buy void
I
staff.
do. Oh fuck, I do. Okay, all right.
See that? Yeah. You should have reset. And you're gonna wanna a lot of times like after Baron, you wanna reset with your team, and then when you're coming out of base, that's your chance as the jungler to ping them like where are we going? This is very obvious. This game, go to that mid lane tier 1 tower and kill it.
Yep.
Just keep
Yep.
pushing mid.
Right.
And I would have reset gun void staff and a potion. You have enough for the 500 gold potions that give you bonus.
What? Okay. So wait, what potion do I want? Do I want the sorcery one or like? What do I want?
It's either the sorcery one or the tanky one.
Thank you.
And what it depends on is how much CC the enemy team has. Do you know what CC is?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So if they have a bunch of stuns, right?
As Lillia, I hate it. Yeah.
Yeah. If they have a bunch of stuns, the tanky potion actually gives you tenacity,
Oh, nice.
which
Okay.
helps you like reduce the duration of the stuns.
Okay.
So they actually do have Briar Irelia.
Mhm.
So it's like, maybe you could go the tanky one.
Okay. So now I'm scared. So I'm like, all right, I don't want to do this.
I know, yeah, you're scared because your team is coming out of base. Like, realistically, if you would have recalled, you guys would be playing, like, you got this tower, but, like, you would have gotten it anyway.
Yeah.
If you would have
Okay.
recalled, you'd be here with Hui, and you guys would be baroning this wave right here.
Yeah.
And all of you would be on it together.
Okay.
But your Renekton is doing red buff now. It's only 3 of you guys. You might even just lose a fight here if they go in, yeah.
I think we do actually.
Oh, actually, Renekton came. But it is very risky, and in high-low, like, the enemy team will take advantage. If you show up with, like, only 3 people, even if the enemy team is behind, they'll show up with 5 and then try to, like, force a fight.
Oh, but I
but
don't
yeah.
buy the voice staff. Wait, did I?
Oh, no, you
I
did.
did.
You did.
I did. Okay, and then I did buy the tanky potion. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, you did the right thing. Just, a little,
Right. Just too late.
the wrong timer.
Wrong time. Yeah.
But now,
Now
you
I'm
see, because you
now I'm
did that,
curious. Do
yeah,
we
what's up?
even- Like now I just want. I don't remember how this game ends. Like it.
Yeah, I don't know, but you guys just wasted another Baron pretty much.
Yep. The worst.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I would. I could even send you, if you want, I could send you. Oh, nice, you got the. But you never want the game to come down to an elder flip. That's
No.
what we call that. That's an elder flip. You're lucky
Yeah.
that you smited it. Like that's well played, but like from the way you guys were ahead this game, like you should have ended with that Baron.
Yeah.
You should not be having to flip the game over an elder. Like that's
Yeah.
very scary.
So scary.
But I will, if you guys want, I can send, like, and your husband can watch it too.
Yeah.
You guys I can send you guys a replay from like my games with my pro team,
Yeah.
and I'll send it to you so you can see, like, I'll send you the timestamp for the Baron, or like
Oh,
how we use Baron. I
Nice,
think because
okay.
we talk about it a lot in the communications.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I think it might open your eyes to see like how we do it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when
Totally.
sometimes when we get Baron, we might take like 6 towers and like 3 inhibitors. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
but yeah, I think I mean, you guys just fight with Elder and win, right?
I hope so.
How long is
That'd
this
be nice.
game?
So fucking long.
But yeah, regardless, I mean, I don't think there's much more to cover
No,
today.
yeah, there's nothing else to get out of this.
I
Just
think
like we need to be pushing with Baron and
Yeah. Hopefully, you guys do it on the next Baron, right?
how many Barons did we get? Did we get 3 Barons?
This
I don't
is
even know.
going to be the 3rd one.
Did we surrender? Come on.
I
Just go
mean,
to the end. I want to know what happens.
yeah,
I
we're
wanna know
just we're
'cause I
just
can't remember.
another Elder Dragon, like, dude.
I bet this goes to like an hour. Man.
That's funny. I don't see one Elder Dragon a lot in my games. Like,
Oh well, let me tell you something. I see it
You
a
see a
lot.
lot? That's
Yeah.
funny.
I think maybe they beat us here. They must. They
Oh,
must.
yeah, I think you guys lost.
That's GG. Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Cool.
I mean, this game just kind of came down to the Baron usage.
Yeah, for sure.
But
For
but
sure.
but now you know, right? I think
Yeah.
got it. What I was trying to tell you, right?
Yes. Yes. I think so.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions?
I don't. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I think that's
Um.
great. That's really helpful.
Yeah. I will upload this video. I recorded it, and
Sure.
then I'll make it unlisted. You can like if you want it to public, I don't care.
Okay.
But if you just want it unlisted, I'll link it to you, and then you can watch it. You should watch it like again, like maybe like tomorrow or the next day or something, like anytime you're free,
Yep.
just to
Okay.
like try to,
Remember.
yeah,
what
like
happened?
you know, maybe play a few games and then watch it again later or something, you know, so you can just reevaluate. And I'll send you notes of like just important like ideas that you need to be
Okay.
like the most important things you need to be working on.
That would be
And
fantastic.
yeah,
That would
so
be
I'll
great.
do that
Alright,
and I'll do that later. But yeah,
I'm gonna try the Smite Krugs clear also.
yeah, you should try that.
Okay. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
all right.
Awesome. Thank
Well,
you so much. This was great.
yeah, thank you.
I will talk to you later.
Yeah, keep me updated. Message me
I will.
whenever if you have any small questions, and
Sure.